People call it luck. But what they don't see are the hours, the sacrifice, the grind behind every lucky moment. Luck doesn't just happen. It's created through hard work. When the timing is right and an opportunity appears, are you ready to grab it? This is the first of a three-part series about luck. Today we look at why hard work creates luck. If you're new here, welcome. Every day on this channel, I share a quote and some words of wisdom to help you live a life of purpose, meaning, and value. So if you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a daily upload. Now let's get into today's quote. This quote comes from a Japanese proverb. The harder you work, the luckier you get. At first glance, it seems to contradict itself. How can working harder lead to getting lucky? Don't we need luck to get lucky? But the truth is, there's no such thing as luck. Only preparation followed by good fortune. And the more prepared you are, the less lucky you need to be to achieve success. There are two main reasons why hard work leads to luck. First, opportunities only appear when you're prepared. Second, hard work puts you in the right place at the right time. Both of these points are interconnected, and both can be summarized in one sentence. The harder you work, the better positioned you are to take advantage of unexpected opportunities. Let's take the example of studying for an exam. Let's say you have an exam coming up in 2 weeks. If you start studying now, you'll have time to learn all the material and be well prepared. Then 1 week before the exam, you hear that the exam has been postponed for 1 month. If you weren't prepared and had only studied for 2 weeks, you would have to start all over again. But because you had already put in the work, you're able to use that time to review the material and refresh your memory. In other words, you're more prepared to take advantage of this unexpected change in circumstances. Now, this might not seem like a big deal, but imagine if this happened with something bigger, something that could change your entire life. Let us say you're trying to start a business and you've been working hard to build your website, create your marketing materials, and reach out to potential customers. One day, out of the blue, you get an email from someone who saw your work and wants to invest in your business. If you weren't prepared and had only started a few days ago, you wouldn't be able to take advantage of this unexpected opportunity. But because you had been working hard, you're ready to go. You can negotiate the deal, draw up the contract, and get your business off the ground. So the next time you think you got lucky, take a step back and ask yourself, was I prepared for this? Did I put in the work to make this happen? Because the truth is, luck doesn't just happen. It's created through hard work. And anyone can create their own luck. Now let's talk about how people who are lucky got lucky in the first place. Do they have some sort of magical power that we don't know about? Or were they simply lucky? Well, actually neither. People who get lucky usually worked in silence for years while others were sleeping. They were putting in the work to make their dreams come true. For example, did you know that Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time, was cut from his high school basketball team? Not because he wasn't talented, but because he lacked hustle. He was lazy and unmotivated. But instead of giving up, he used that experience as fuel to prove them wrong. He worked harder, became the best player in the world, and won 6 NBA championships. So when people talk about Michael Jordan's luck, they don't realize that his luck was really the result of years of hard work and dedication. Same goes for Oprah Winfrey, the most influential woman in the world. She was rejected 19 times before her first television show was picked up. But she didn't let that stop her. She kept working, kept hustling, and eventually became one of the richest and most powerful women in the world. Her luck wasn't the result of chance. It was the result of years of hard work and dedication. So the next time you think you got lucky, take a step back and ask yourself, was I really lucky? Or was it just the result of hard work and preparation? More often than not, it's the latter. The truth is that luck is a myth. We often convince ourselves that someone was lucky to win the lottery or get a big break in their career. But the reality is that these things don't just happen. There's always an element of hard work, dedication, and hustle involved. Take, for example, the person who wins the lottery. Sure, they got lucky, but they also had to buy a ticket and fill out the numbers correctly. If they didn't do those two things, they wouldn't have won the prize. Same thing with getting a big break in your career. You might have been lucky enough to be in the right place at the right time, but you also had to work hard and put in the time to make that happen. If you hadn't been working hard and making moves, you wouldn't have been in a position to take advantage of the opportunity when it presented itself. Hard work increases the odds that opportunity will find you. For example, if you're willing to put in the time and effort to become an expert at what you do, then it's much more likely that people will start to notice your skills and expertise. As a result, you'll start to receive more opportunities for advancement in your career. Same if you're looking to strike it rich. If you're willing to put in the long hours and hard work required to start and grow a successful business, then you increase the odds that you'll eventually hit it big. So the bottom line is that luck is just a myth. The harder you work, the luckier you get. That's because hard work increases the odds that opportunity will find you. Now let's talk about how you can start working harder and creating your own luck. First and foremost, you need to start taking action. If you want to be successful, then you can't just sit around and wait for things to happen. You have to go after what you want. This means setting goals and then breaking down those goals into smaller steps that you can take every day. It also means learning how to take action without being paralyzed by fear or procrastination. Second, you need to be persistent. Success doesn't come overnight. It takes time and effort. There will be setbacks and obstacles along the way, but you need to brush yourself off and keep moving forward. Don't ever give up on your dreams. Finally, you need to be open to learning and growing. Things won't always go according to plan, and that's okay. You need to be able to adapt and adjust your approach as needed. This means being open to feedback and being willing to make changes when necessary. The hardest part about this is just getting started. Once you take that first step, everything else will start to fall into place. Remember, luck is just a myth. The harder you work, the luckier you get. If you want to be successful, then don't wait around for luck to shine. Just work hard and make it happen yourself. Each of us has the ability to create our own luck. All it takes is a little bit of effort and a lot of determination. So what are you waiting for? Start today and see where it takes you. You never know what kind of opportunities might come your way. As Nelson Mandela said, our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. So don't be afraid to take risks and chase your dreams. The worst that can happen is that you fail. And even if that happens, remember that failure is just another excuse to try again. Learn from your mistakes and come back stronger than before. The only person standing in the way of your success is you. So don't hold yourself back. Let your actions speak louder than your fears and doubts. Go out there and make your own luck. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something new. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a daily upload. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you in the next video.